I'm calling this the open heart egg since I suspended a little heart inside. The way I emptied it is I poked a hole in the top with a sewing pin, and then I poked a larger hole on the bottom, stick my mouth to the hole, blow until you blow all the guts out, then I turn it upside down, put some water in it, shake it really well, then blow the water out several times to try to get any of the inside out. Then I baked it at 325 for 10 minutes. I want to make sure that I'm making it straight. I'm drawing 8 lines. You want to figure out how far you want your cap to come down and how far you want your cap to go up. So now basically you have 8 sections, a circle on top and a circle on bottom of your egg. So for this one I'm just adding a little bit of gold to some pearl primo, and I want to do this so that way I can have a pale pretty gold color. So I thoroughly mixed it and rolled it out, cord how long you're going to want the strips, which I always measure them a bit longer. So the stripe is about that wide. And you need 4 stripes. The reason I have it like this is because I want it at an angle. Press it onto the egg, smooth it, and I'm pulling over, and I'm lining it up a full section over. I'll go for the next one. And I skipped this one, started over here. And here is definitely where it helps if you are pretty accurate in your drawing. And we're going to smooth it on and stretch it over. You can clean up anything that you want at this point. Take strips. And I try to make them as even as possible. Going to attach it to the very center, a little press, and then trying not to squish the sides, I'm going to twist up close to it and spiral it around. And I press it very gently together because I do want a seal on the clay. If the clay doesn't stick to itself, you'll end up having problems once you remove the inside of the egg after it all bakes. Your string is going to start overlaying where the ends met. I try to put some pressure just where it meets, not so much as to smash it, but to really get the polymer clay to touch and have as much contact as possible beneath the twist. So now I'm going to do the bottom in the same way, to put liquid clay on just the side parts that are coming up, not the twisted area. I want it to be as smooth as possible. Add some pink glitter. And to help keep from getting it all over the swirly part, you can use your paintbrush to get it to reach the very ends. So I'm going to do that to each one of these around. Take some of that liquid clay on the end of a pin, and I put it wherever I'm going to want my little stones. Then I pick up my stone with a finger and place it on. Painting liquid clay wherever I want the beads to go, trying not to get it on the stone. And then to give myself a small area for dipping instead of a large one, I would fill up one of my little bowls and use that. And then you can fix it by using a pin. Using a golden color stone on either side. These are Swarovski crystals. But from here I just rotate and I go to the next one. I just baked it one more time to get those dry, and now we're going to break the egg, which is the messy part. Stick your needle in there and flake the pieces off. And I've removed all of the egg from the inside. Use the translucent liquid Sculpey again. Go just along the inside of the post. I want to cover as much of them as I can. You could take your little beads and drizzle them in. I take a very, very thin beading needle. I put it through some thread. You can do this with metal if you know how to make jewelry. And then once you have your heart strung, thread the other side. We just kind of see what we like the look of. There we go. I think that's pretty. Find the very center of the egg and I poke through it with the needle. And it's a very, very tiny needle, so you shouldn't have any problem with sticking it through, even if you have to break into the clay. It shouldn't shatter it. I will go back, but not in the same place. I just want to make sure it's not in the same exact hole I just came out of. Just trying to reinforce it by going through a couple times. Then I'll go through in a different area again. And then I would glue a pretty bead or end cap, something on top of there. So once I pull, then I'm just going to cut the string on the inside. So there we go. And they're both done the exact same way. I'm just going to put something on top here to disguise the thread and to make sure that it stays. so there will be some glue in place. And then we are finished. Take care, and thank you for coming back again. I'll try to do another egg soon.